Hey guys, mine's Alex Teasy. How you guys doing? And this video I am going to talk about the 10 things that I predict will happen in Spider-Man 2. Now, as we know, Spider-Man 2, if you're watching this video on the day of its release, is going to come out literally tomorrow. That's right, literally tomorrow. So I really want to make this video real quick before the game actually comes out. I know there are already people playing the game. I know those YouTubers, freaking benefits they get real benefits. They get the real benefits, I tell you. But for me, small time YouTuber, I'll deal with it. I'll play like the rest of everyone else. And so yeah, let's begin with the first thing that I will predict that will happen in Spider-Man 2, and that being obviously Harry Osborn being Venom. I think at this point it almost is confirmed that Venom is Harry Osborn in a way. The Venom we see in the trailers, the big version, not, it's Peter Parker. I don't predict that Peter Parker will be Venom. I find it very unlikely, and from what we've seen already, it looks like Venom is very much not Peter Parker. So it will likely be that Harry Osborn will be Venom, and so I do predict that, and I think that prediction is most likely gonna be true. So let's just move on to the second prediction I make for Spider-Man 2, that being Martin Lee will be killed in this game. Now, from the most recent trailer we got, which was the launch trailer for this game, we actually saw Martin Lee fighting Miles, which we knew from, what was it, the story trailer. That was right, the story trailer we have here, that we did see Martin Lee for the first time in the game from this trailer, and this was like a month ago or something now. So it does suggest that Martin Lee is in fact definitely in the game, but furthermore, I do predict that Martin Lee will be killed. I think he might die. He might be killed. He might die from his own causes or from Miles potentially. This could be like the first dark thing that Miles does is kill Martin Lee, because after all, Miles does have that kind of hatred for him for killing his father. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe Peter will snap him out of it. And I think this whole idea of better together, and is that I think what will happen is that when Peter snaps out of being, in the symbiote suit, he'll then kind of fix Miles in turn. So that would be hopefully cool to see. And so the next thing I definitely can predict to happen in Spider-Man 2 is that we'll see up to 5 villains plus. And let's just go through the rundown of all the villains we've seen so far in all these trailers that we have seen so far. So first of all, we have obviously the main man, the guy who has been practically being, I think, the first or second most excited villain to see in the game, and that being Kraven. Kraven definitely will be a very significant character. If anything, I do predict, and actually if I make another side prediction here while I'm at it, that Kraven will actually be more of like a side villain. He won't be like the main guy. Because Venom, from what we've seen in all the trailers, he looks like he gets a lot more attention than Kraven at the moment, and so I'm assuming that actually when we get to another prediction later in this video, that Kraven will kind of be sidelined in the story. So we'll just see how that goes. But we also then have obviously Venom, freaking Venom showing up. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. Look at him. Oh, he looks so good. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with myself when I first see Venom in the game. So yeah, we also have the Lizard, which we have definitely seen quite a lot of already from all the stuff we've seen from Spider-Man 2. And we also recently, in the new trailer for the game, we saw Sandman. And I was really intrigued. I was like, damn, alright, we got Sandman. This is almost turning out to be Spider-Man 3 from the 2007 Raimi film. So, we had Venom, we had Sandman, we had who else we had in there? We had Hobgoblin. Now, granted, I don't think we'll see Hobgoblin in the game, but it would be incredible to see Hobgoblin, but I don't think so. I think from my first prediction, I will likely assume Harry Osborn will be Venom. What I also finally mention is the fact that we might see Wrath as well, as aka known as Yuri no Watanabe, which actually leads up to my fourth prediction, that being we will definitely see Yuri Watanabe. Now, we did technically see her in the trailer, but basically, we see her as Wraith, but we don't see her as Yuri, like human Yuri, or she's human, but you know what I mean, you guys what I mean. And so basically, it would definitely be really cool to see Yuri again, because she was a cool character from the first game, and so, yeah. Now, this prediction, my fifth prediction for Spider-Man 2, is that Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, will fight Miles Morales in the black suit. So like basically what I'm predicting here is that black suit Spider-Man will eventually lose his mind and literally try and attack Miles and then try and basically kill him. Which would be the craziest shit I've ever seen in a game, is the fact that Peter would go against Miles, but that would obviously be good due to the symbiote, so it'd be really cool to see this. So yeah, this would be a pretty crazy prediction, but I hope if it does happen, I'll actually lose my mind. So yeah. Like imagine, like brother, Miles would be losing his mind. He'd be like, brother, I'm not trying to fight you, I'm not trying to kill you, but you're just doing the opposite of that. So yeah. Another thing I do predict is that we will actually hopefully play as Venom as a playable character, because it has kind of suggested to us that Venom will be a playable character. Now, if this doesn't become true and doesn't become to fruition, then it's completely fine. But imagine we play as Venom for one mission. Like, come on. How cool would that be? Freaking slamming people across walls, freaking yeeting people across buildings, and like smashing and freaking eating their heads off. Like, bro, that would be some crazy stuff. Like, I would lose my mind. I would be shouting in my room. And no wonder why nerds don't do anything but be in their rooms all day. Oh boy. Alright, moving on. I also predict that Kraven, yes, we're going back to Kraven again from the third prediction, and that being that Kraven will actually get away. So the idea that I have for the story is that Kraven, right, he'd be the villain for like the first half of the game, but then what happens is that he then gets away, and then Venom becomes more important. And that's the idea. So Venom becomes the main villain of the rest of the game, and then Kraven gets away, because I don't believe Kraven will die. Kraven is a big man. I don't think Sergey, what's his name? Sergey. I'll call him Sergey because that's his first name. Will not be killed off by Spider-Man. Or, you know, Spider-Man doesn't kill anyone, so, or he will get arrested or anything. So I think he will definitely get away and go back to South America, because he's safe there at least, but not in New York City. So yeah. But now we'll move on to, I think, possibly the worst outcomes of what the game could end up being. And these are my predictions for two characters. Alright, two characters. So there'll be my 8th and 9th prediction for this game. And that being, now, it's either one or one. It's either one of them dies or the other dies. And I'm talking about if either real Morales will die or MJ will die. Now, this is a crazy prediction, and I think nobody wants to see either of them die. But just like in the first game, Aunt May dies, alright? Aunt May dies, Peter Parker has to deal with that. Miles Morales loses his father in that game as well. But then, of course, in Miles Morales, we lose Finn, of course, who was Miles Morales' best friend. So, you know, I think there's an element of each of these games where they have a sort of, you know, that has an element of death, which means that I think it is inevitable that maybe one of these characters will die. Either real Morales, you know, Miles' mother, or MJ, who is obviously Peter's girlfriend here. So I don't know. I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to be a possibility, but I don't want to come back to this video and go, oh damn, I actually predicted that. I called it. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But you guys can come back to this video at the end of the series and just be like, is this guy correct? Let's see if he was. And let's see if all 10 of my predictions happened or not. But I highly doubt any. I predict only 5 of these predictions will actually be right. So, yeah. And then finally, my 10th and final prediction for Spider-Man 2 being, it will be an amazing game. It will be the most incredible game we've ever seen. It will definitely win the Game of the Year award. And I promise you, I will absolutely enjoy most of this entire game, I think. I think maybe most of it, or at least maybe all of it, hopefully. That would be amazing if that would be the case. But I think this game will be an incredible experience for both me and for you guys on the channel when you're watching this. If you can't play Spider-Man 2 because you got an Xbox, yeah, screw you, buddy. You don't got PS5, you can't play the game. So it is what it is, buddy. Go watch my series if you have to. But there you go, my 10 predictions for Spider-Man 2. Now, this game, honestly, has been in the runtime for nearly 2 years. Since the first trailer came out of this game, since 2021, when this game was announced. And boy, the wait has been savorable. It's even palpable. It is emanating from all the gamers out there on YouTube, and they're all just vibing right now. We're all just experiencing one massive thing. Mate, the amount of people that have taken off work to just play this game is incredible. Like, brother, I think on Friday tomorrow, if you're watching this on the day of release, there's gonna be nobody's gonna be at work. Nobody's gonna be at work. Half the offices will be empty because most of the actual office that the people that are still there, they're not real gamers. They're not the real gamers. So, yeah, guys, I just want to let you know that yes, of course, I will be releasing the first episode tomorrow on Spider-Man 2. That will be episode 1, but afterwards, I will kind of release the episodes every now and then. But this is because I will then I'll split the episodes nice and evenly, and so basically you get good enough of content from me, and with good content. So guys, hope you did enjoy this video. Feel free to leave a like. I would heavily much appreciate that. And if you are new to the channel, by all means, subscribe. Subscribing is probably the best thing you can do right now, especially with the fact that all of the Spider-Man content coming out really soon in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, hopefully, of just pure Spider-Man content. So by all means, subscribe. I also do other content too. I do Minecraft. I don't really play Battlefront 2 anymore, but I have some other stuff coming up too for that. And also Terraria soon as well. So guys, don't forget to take it easy, and most importantly, peace.